Hey everyone, my name is Wedge, and that's right, it's time for our exclusive Ixalan preview card. I know I'm pumped about it too. Before we take a look at this beauty, there is one thing we have to talk about, and we'll speak more about these in the coming videos, but so far we have a few legendary enchantment flip cards. We have Legion's Landing, the white legendary enchantment, Search for Azconda, the blue one, Arguel's Bloodfast, the black one, and Growing Rights of Itlamok, the green one. Now each of these legendary enchantments do some pretty crazy stuff once they flip. The first, fourth, the Sunken Ruin, the Temple of Aklazotz, Cradle of the Sun. There's only one thing we're missing, the red legendary enchantment. Welp, wait no longer because I'm about to throw that right at your face. Enjoy. Vance's Blasting Cannons is 3 of anything and 1 red for a rare legendary enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. If it's a non-land card, you may cast that card this turn. Whenever you cast your third spell in a turn, you may transform Vance's Blasting Cannons. Now before we flip this bad boy, let's talk about it. That first trigger isn't half bad. It isn't exactly like drawing a card, but it is at the beginning of your upkeep, so you have your entire turn to figure out how to play it. And if it's a land, you already had 4 mana, so you probably don't want that one anyways. Getting to 3 spells in a turn isn't easy, especially in constructed formats. But before we figure out where the Blasting Cannons will play best, we should see the other side. Let's do that now. Spitfire Bastion is a legendary land card that you can tap to add 1 red mana to your mana pool. You can also pay 3 mana, tap it, and it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. Whoa! Lightning bolt on a stick after you flip the thing. By casting 3 spells in a turn, you gain access to literally 3 damage on a stick for what I would consider a fair price. Immediately, if we're talking standard play, 3 spells in a turn is not easy to pull off, at least not consistently. Even in strategies that were known to do that, which means that we're going to turn our focus to Commander, where the payoff on this thing is huge, and 3 spells in a turn in that format, not all that difficult. You have a lot more time to work with, too. Think about running Vance's Blasting Cannons in something like Mizzix. Not only do you get to cast more spells because of the sweet exile trigger, but Mizzix's experience counter shenanigans affect these exiled spells you can cast. Makes it pretty easy to get 3 spells in a turn. Melik keeps the top card of your library revealed, so you know exactly what you're going to exile, way to plan ahead. Now unfortunately, copying spells doesn't actually cast additional spells since the copies are already on the stack and never actually get cast, which means Riku and the like don't get us to 3 spells any faster, but fear not. There are plenty of cheap spells in Commander, I wouldn't worry about it. And worst case scenario, you have a few turns where you can't flip the cannons, that's okay. You're getting an extra card on each upkeep to work with. In any deck running red, that's a good thing. You always want more access to more cards. The Blasting Cannons is expensive, but the front gives you some nice reach into your deck. It flips generally pretty easily in Commander, and Spitfire Bastion becomes a bull on the stick, legitimately burning down anything within its damage range. Seems pretty good to me. And lastly, this may be my favorite part of the entire card, let's look at the flavor here. Quote, with a broadside assault, Captain Vance carved the cliffs to form her new home. Okay, so this is exactly what I thought it was. A pirate ship is blowing a crater into a volcano because the captain wants it to be her new base, blasting a hole into what looks like a volcano. Can't say I've ever thought something like that was a good idea, but here we are. Then finally, when that's over, it turns into the Spitfire Bastion and, quote, now instead of a ship, Ripley Vance commands a fortress. I guess that's how pirates get things done these days. Oh, nice volcano. Let me just blow that thing out of the water real quick. No big deal. Friggin' pirates, they're insane buggers, I'll tell ya. So what do you think about Vance's Blasting Cannons and Spitfire Bastion? Is this what you expected out of the red legendary enchantment? I'd love to hear what you have to say, so be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments and we'll talk about it. Also, as always, huge thanks to Wizards of the Coast for including us in preview season once again. And of course, a big thank you to all of you for making this all possible. You're beautiful. And of course, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
What?